Do you know that drug dependency is a complex, often relapsing medical condition? That is why sometimes the abuser, that is the drug dependent person now, finds it very, very difficult to abstain from the use of this substance, despite the negative consequences that is attached to this substance. You know, initially, when the abuser, that is the drug dependent person now, starts the use of this substance, they are in control. They can decide to say that they want to take a stick or two stick of cigarettes, they are okay. A bottle of alcohol or wine, perhaps, they are okay. A pinch of cocaine, a wrap of cannabis, they are okay. But the longer term of use, you find out that that wrap of cannabis, which is Igbo in Nigeria, or the pinch of cocaine or whatsoever they are taking, is not enough again. So they tend to go for a higher dose to derive that same satisfaction that they are getting when they are taking one or two at the initial stage where they started. So if someone is taking a stick or two stick of cigarettes and they get a particular satisfaction that they need, and they move on with their daily activities, as they proceed in that habit, there will be a time that that two stick of cigarettes will not be enough again. So they want to take 5 stick. Later, they want to take a whole pack to get that same satisfaction that they are getting at that stage of when they started. So you see, now at that stage of dependency, they are not in control anymore. This substance is what controls them. When they started initially, they are in control. But as they become dependent on that substance in which they are taking, they lose control. So without the substance, they cannot function very well. They find it difficult to achieve their daily tasks or their life pursuit, whatever it is. They become vulnerable to that drugs because they cannot do without it. At this point, these individuals need help. They need to be referred to a rehabilitation center where they can get proper treatment. And for those who have the kind of comorbidity of psychosis and other mental health issue, they should be referred to a psychiatric hospital for a proper treatment. This is not a time where you will say that this person lack moral. No, at this point, the individual is sick. They need help. They need treatment. So don't categorize them as if what they are doing, they are aware of it. No, because the substance take a higher priority of their life than the intended progressive goals that they intend to achieve in life. That one become of no use anymore. Is the pursuit of to get high that they are after. So at this point, they need help. And I want to let us know this. If you are a family member or a neighbor or a community that have person that is going through, hard time of coming out of substance, I want us to understand that dependency is not as a result of lack of willpower or moral weaknesses. No, it's just because the substance take a higher priority of their life. They cannot do without the substance. That is why, if you have come across someone that is going through detoxification, You cannot stand them. You'll be wondering, are they acting or this is real? It's real because they are going through trauma. They are going through pain. They are going through withdrawal. That is when the body is trying to get rid of that substance that they have been taking over the years. If you've seen a female drug abuse person or drug dependent person going through a withdrawal, you would think she wants to give birth to a child. In fact, the pain is like a mother that wants to go through delivering of a child. You'll be wondering, really, can this really happen to somebody that wants to, go through the process of recovering of substance use? Yes, it does. It does, because in my experience over the years as a rehabilitation center for about 6 to 7 years, I have seen a lot, both male and female, old and young, go through that process of detoxification. Some of them a week, some 2 weeks, some 3 weeks, depend on the substance that they are taking. You don't want to see them because they go through pain. And that is the point that is so crucial, that some of them will say, I don't want to proceed anymore. And they will leave the rehab. They will tell you they are leaving, they're going back home because it's like they are dying. So they need the substance to take them back to where they are coming from. I remember in Abuja those years, where we went for visiting, and there's this mother that her child from the UK was sent back because of his drug use. And what happened was that this child was taken to a rehabilitation center in Abuja, and at the first week that the guy was going through withdrawal, I was going through the detoxification. Now the mother happens to pay a visit, and she found a child, that is she has 2 girls and a boy. That is the only male child she has. So she finds this child vulnerable on the floor, okay, as if he wants to die. Sorry, excuse me. As if this child was about to give up. So when she saw the acts the guy was putting on, she could not bear it anymore as a mother. So what she did was that she knew the kind of drug the son is taking, which is what's the name of this drug the child is taking at that time? I can't really remember. Is like the kind of opioid, is the kind of opioid that the guy is using. So she took her car key. She did not wait for explanation when they told her. She took her car key and she ran out. She drove out. She went to look for that same substance that the guy is taking. And she took the guy from the rehab. She put the guy in his car. Inside the car, now she gave him that substance. And the child took it and slept till they get home. He could not continue with the treatment process anymore because it cannot stand the level of detoxification before he can proceed through treatment and other counseling, other therapeutic section that they will go through and everything. So you see, it's not easy. We always tell people that prevention is better than cure. Why do you want to go through this? I have a female experience at the center when she decided to, after we've counseled them, we motivate them for change, and they agree. We have about 15 female across Nigeria that are willing for the treatment, that want to go through rehabilitation center. So there's this particular lady that have a child. The child is 5 years old, and her husband is a dealer, and they have other girls too that does the drug stuff. And she, as the wife of a dealer, she wants to go to treat herself so that she can take proper care of her son, because that's the only child they have. And she decided to go through it because of her son now. And when she gets to the center, and what happened was that at the second day, She started crying. She was talking like somebody that has mental issue, of which she does not. It's the pain she's going through. She said, she was calling the name of her son and said, it was because of you, my son, that I intended to go through this process. But now I think I'm going to fail you. I cannot stand the pain. I have to go back. Their body, I see the body is tearing apart them. It's leaving them. It's not funny. It's not something that people will see and will like, can this be real? In fact, there is drug situation in Nigeria. It's not only in abroad. If you've not been in the sector, you will not know it. If you've not been in that aspect where you see people into drug, you know, that they take all those opioid, cocaine, you know, name it, you will not really believe it, but it's true. There are a lot of females that go through it. There's a lot of male also that go through it. So dependency is not as a result of lack of moral. It's just that they are sick. They cannot control it. So I just want us to understand that if you have any family members that is going through dependency, please advise them to apply for treatment, that is to go to rehabilitation center if it has not led to mental health or other psychosis that they are having. All right, I will stop for now, then I'll proceed another time to continue from where I stopped on the issue of dependency as well. And thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for watching. May God bless you. I love you with the love of Christ. Bye for now.